So folks, you see that this bone here, which controls the eye coin, it's an eye coin mesh that is shrink wrapped with a very specific method, shrink wrap project. And some guy in the Blender artist forum gave me this idea. I didn't know how to use the wrap method, so I'm gonna make a tutorial about that and mention his development. So creative development. So as an alternative to a UV warp modifier. So basically, yeah. So there's a setup here that I found that worked, but the question is not this here. After I make the tutorial some point, the question here is that still the eye needs some locking. And so maybe, you know, limit location can do so easy the good life, right? So you have some sort of limits, but you see there are some issues that can occur even with the shrink wrapping feature because of certain poses. So I've exaggerated the poses because, yeah, it's as a square, right, or a rectangle logic here, right? And the problem is that okay, the axes of this bone, they are aligned with world space. No, not exactly aligned to world space. It will be like this, but yeah, it's orthogonal to world space. So actually I could make diagonal axes, but maybe that will help some points and create problems on others. So I think that wouldn't solve, right? Rolling the bone, right? So maybe there would be some way, but the problem is that it is a square or rectangle. So what I'm gonna do here is gonna use a different trick. I'm going to drive one with the other. So actually I'm gonna drive the in according to the position of the bone here, the local axis here. So for instance, the extremes which are dangerous are here because of the character design, and here I'm doing this exaggeration because the eye shapes the eye hole, the eye cavity can be shaped according to the posing, right? The expression here I don't have the setup to show, but I think you get the idea, right? So highly surprised expression, the eyes will be bigger, right? More of the eye surface, the eyeball will appear, and then okay, then this would need to be, well, actually you can also pose this to exaggerations, but I would so this is why I'm giving excessive limits here, just to get this prepared. Anyways, this is a choice here. Then I'm gonna drive, for example, when the eye here, this is the extreme of the negative, I think, yeah, negative x. So but this value I want it to become lesser as the z-axis of the bone goes down. So actually this value will be, this minimum, which is a negative value, will become a bigger number, a bigger value, slightly bigger, as the z-axis moves down from 0. The problem is that if it moves up, the driver will also create the opposite, but I can change that probably with some, maybe changing the F curves in the graph of the drivers, or maybe with some formula, which it's Python, it's not just math, it's even more difficult. So because you need to know the code. I don't know if else, I think that works, but I don't know how to use it right now. So okay, I'm going to add a driver to here, so add driver, and I'm gonna use the variable would be this bone here, this bone's z location on the local space. So as this is 0, okay, we'll see the change here. It doesn't seem to be changing. I think I forgot something. Oh, the target, okay. Sure, okay, so we'll see that this is already creating okay, but so it's not exactly yeah, because the minimum it's only for the other side, so there's an advantage here. Yeah, interesting. Okay, but then I have the problem that I need the opposite of this, right? So that means that it's a negative, I think. Yes, so it's a bit shaky, but let's reset. Yeah, so this doesn't seem to be why it is so weird. I don't know, but so maybe it's because of the way I'm posing. Okay, it's going too much, so maybe we got something like divided by 10. Maybe this will be more, yeah, it's more subtle, but so less problems with the, right, but still got some stuff there. So let's try divide by 3. Still, yeah, so the result is very strange. It works, but I wasn't expecting this. I don't know why this is. No, it has nothing to do with that. So divided by 2 and then well, it is working, but we see that this is very awkward, right? So maybe this is related to the curvature of the driver itself. So the simplest thing here, it starts, yeah, so I have the 2 keys here. Oops, how do you figure this out? I have no idea. Let's turn it off. Open in drivers. Okay, everything here is okay. So apparently I'm selecting all channels. How do I know, right? And for some reason I'm not being able to. Okay, so I believe this will be the one handle, and for some reason, okay, I select it. So yeah, I can pick the handle, let's say. This will just fasten the way this happens, right? It's not gonna, well, maybe it can smooth the process, but that will be yeah, this actually completely corrupted the result. It's like I'm not getting possibility of, can I just reset this? No, maybe I can. I don't know what's going on. It's really looking like it's not allowing me to make the normal selections. And now it is, yeah, so one way to hate this stuff, right? Need an entire course to start figuring this out. So this doesn't seem to be a good idea, folks. It's